Hello, I'm Sergeant Justin Time, stationed at Novella Lakes Police Station, where I've been a sergeant for 22 years. On Thursday, the 5th of November 2024, at approximately 7:55 a.m., I was on patrol of the Novella Lakes area in a marked police car. I was heading north near the Novella Lakes train station, where I saw a woman waving me to stop the car. I stopped my vehicle and she told me that she saw a young person who graffitied on a wall. She stated that as soon as she saw this, she swung open her shop door and shouted, "Hey you, stop that." When she said this, the youth started running into the Novella Lakes train station. She said that she gave a small chase, but the youth ran around the corner and out of her sight. Her description of him was a teen with baggy clothes and a cap pulled low over his face. I parked the car and walked into the train station. There were 2 platforms at the train station, meaning the culprit could have only gone one of 2 ways. As I strolled onto the Perth-bound platform, I caught a glimpse of 3 teenage-looking kids matching the description the woman gave me: hip-hop style baggy clothes and a cap.
Boys, are you guys in the club? How about you give me your name, age, and address?
I'm Hugh Jart, Peace, age 15, live at 2 Acacia Loop in Lawless Bay.
I'm Will Inkett. I'm age 15 also. I live at number 5 Banksy Place in St. Park.
I'm Mike Andrews, age 15. I live at 13 Hathiel Grove in Rebel Glade.
Spoke in a firm voice, telling them that to come back to the Novella Lakes police station to assist me with some inquiries in relation to the graffiti at the Novella Lakes train station. I explained that a parent would need to accompany them during the interviews, as they are all under 18. I further explained that they have the right to remain silent, and anything that they say can and will be used against them in the investigation and court.
We ain't done nothing, bro.
The 3 suspects were taken by a police vehicle to the Novella Lakes police station. Their parents came shortly after. Each suspect, in the presence of at least one parent, gave the police their details. They each declined to make a statement and refused to answer any further questions, as it is their right.
After obtaining a forensic procedure order, I photographed each of the suspects and directed them to empty their pockets. For each suspect, I put on new gloves and placed the contents of their pockets into individual sealed evidence bags. I labelled the photo of Will Inkett as JT01 and the photo of the contents of his pockets as JT04. I labelled the items in his pockets as followed: JT04A, thick nib marker; JT04B, thin nib marker; JT04C, iPhone mobile phone; JT04D, Transearth card; JT04E2, Mentos packets; JT04F, a $5 note. I labelled the photo of Hugh Jartpiece as JT02 and the photo of the contents of his pockets as JT05. I labelled the items in his pocket as followed: JT05, a medium nib marker; JT05B, Nokia mobile phone; JT05C, one Mentos packet; JT05D, wallet. I labelled the photo of Mike Andrews as JT03 and the photo of the contents of his pockets as JT06. I labelled the items in his pocket as followed: JT06A, fine nib marker; JT06B, iPhone mobile phone; JT06C, one $1 coin and one 20-cent coin; JT06D, tissue. I took swabs from the hands and fingernails of each youth. I labelled them for JT07 for Will Inkett, JT08 for Hugh Jartpiece, and JT09 for Mike Andrews, and placed them into sealed evidence bags. I returned back to the scene of the crime and took a photograph of the graffiti on the wall outside Novella Lake Station. This photograph is labelled JT10. The graffiti has the word wink with a picture of an eye next to it. While I was inspecting the graffiti, I noticed a lolly wrapper on the ground next to the wall with the wink graffiti. I took a photograph of that wrapper and labelled it JT11. Then I put on gloves and picked up the wrapper and put it into a sealed evidence bag and labelled it JT11A.
Welcome to the Who Done It game show, where the aim of the game is meeting the standard of proof. The burden of proof lies on me, and the presumption of innocence is key. Tonight's suspects: Hugh Jartpiece, Mike Andrews, and Will Inkett. 1 is guilty, 2 walk away free. Let's break it down. First, let's hear from our eyewitness, Paige Turner. Don't be fooled by the name, her statement was short and sharp. She told us that at 7:50 a.m. on November 5th, she saw a youth in baggy clothes and a cap tagging graffiti near the station. That means all suspects are still in play, but the pressure's on because now we know there was only one culprit. Second clue, identical graffiti tags appear in Pristine Pines and Lawless Bay, home turf of Will and Hugh. That makes it less likely for Mike Canvas. He's not off the hook yet. Now for the forensic report, thanks to Dr. DNA from the State Lab. Will's fingerprints match sample fingerprints JT11A, taken off the lolly wrapper. Will's DNA matches the DNA on the lolly wrapper recovered from the scene. And most importantly, the chemical components of the marker used to draw the graffiti matches that of the marker that was recovered from Will's JT04A. And with only one person confirmed, as eyewitness Paige Turner earlier testified, the verdict, beyond reasonable doubt, Will Inkett's the prime suspect. Congratulations to Hugh and Mike, you're walking away innocent. And Will, you're walking away with the charge sheet. That's all for tonight on Who Done It, where legal principles are the call of the game. Back to the police station for more information on Will's charge sheet.
Will Inkett was formally charged with violation of Section 445 of the Western Australian Criminal Code 1913, and a court date was set.
All rise. Introducing the case of DPP and Inkett, 2024 WACC. Mr. Inkett, how do you plead to the charge of damaging property under Section 445 of the Western Australian Criminal Code 1913?
Guilty, Your Honour.
I will now hear the statement from the prosecution in relation to the sentencing.
Your Honour, this isn't a one-off lapse in judgment. These 5 acts occurred over several weeks, showing a pattern of deliberate behaviour. The cost to clean public infrastructure is rising, and the court must send a clear message that graffiti is not a harmless act.
Does the defence wish to make a statement in response?
Yes, Your Honour. Your Honour, there is no evidence to connect Will to the other 4 instances of property damage, and those should not be considered by the court for the purposes of this sentencing hearing. Will is only 15 years old. He has no prior record and has taken responsibility, has shown genuine remorse. We submit that a referral to the juvenile justice team is the most constructive path forward.
Mr. Inkett, while this offence is serious, your age, lack of prior history, and guilty plea weigh heavily in your favour. This court refers you to the Juvenile Justice Team. The Juvenile Justice Team offers young people like you a second chance without creating a permanent record. With guidance from the team, you'll be given an action plan that could conclude an apology, community work, and repairing the damaged property. You now have the opportunity to take responsibility in a meaningful way.
After repairing the once damaged property, I am now happy to inform you I have taken up hockey and am now the captain of the Year 9-10 squad. I have learned my lesson and have the highest scoring rate in the league. I thank the judge for his actions and will not do it again.